Welcome friends to Programming with Grish, and today we will talk about the conversions. That means how we can convert our array, NumPy array, into the different dimensions, at least for some different dimensions. So we will talk about this. And before starting these tutorials, my friend, please do like and subscribe this channel and press the notification bell so that you will get more update regarding uh, the Python, NumPy, and other programming tutorials. So let's start and let's see how we can do this. So here, when we talk about the conversions in the NumPy, basically it used to convert into the particular type of array into the different types. So here, when we say about the methods, most common and the normal methods, those who are available, here we can say the first one, the very commonly used is the method that I can say the very common method that basically we use is, you can say, as type. So it will convert the particular array into a particular type. For example, suppose you are having an array of, let's say, any type of array, 1, 2, single dimension, 2 dimension, multiple dimension, it's a 2.5. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is basically a collection of an integers and you can say the floating type, and you want to convert it into the int. So what you can do, you can just use here that convert this particular array into a type int, okay, or into a type float, or whatever the type that is defined inside the array, inside the NumPy. The second conversion method that basically come is at least. Okay, so here you will have three methods regarding this: at least, one dimension, and at least two dimension, and third one you can say at least three dimension. Okay, so these are three methods that you can use to convert your array into at least that defined means. Suppose you are having an array and you want your array to be at least array should be converted into the one dimension. The second one is the same as two dimension and three dimensions. Let's take an example. Suppose you are having an array. Suppose you are having an array that is, you can say, with a shape of 3 cross 3. Okay, and let's say it's look like 1, 2, 3. Okay, it will look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. So here basically we are having this all the array in, you can see this is basically look like this, and this is the two dimension. Okay, and you want to convert this array at least, okay, into the one dimension. Okay, so all the arrays means you can see something look like this when you are shaping it. So this will actually the one dimension, so it will convert it into the one dimension by using the function like, let's say, np the numpy array dot at least, okay, 1d, and what we want to convert, let's say this is x, so you can convert it into something like this. Okay, the second one, let's say one more example. Suppose you are having a array that will look like this one. Okay, you can say that this one is the single one and this one is a one dimension array, and you want to convert each and everything. So what you can do, you can use this method and it will give you an array like see in the one dimension format like this one. All right, the second method that basically come here, at least two dimension, at least two dimension. So here you will use the method calling at least 2d, and here you type means give a argument that basically what is exactly the array that you want to convert. Suppose, let's say you want to convert, let's say np numpy array dot at least 2D, and this is the array that you want to make an input. So here, when you use means, let's say this is something like a array coming from the range, that is a range. Okay, so this is something like you want a range of this value that will look like a 0, 1, 2. Okay, this is something, or 1, 2, 3. So what it will do, it will 1, 2, 3. So what it will do, it will when you pass this a range, let's say it's a x here, it will convert it into at least one dimensions. Okay, at least 2 dimensions. So it will look like this: 1, 2, 3. So you can see this is 2 dimension. And it will convert into, if you reshape it, then you will get a different type of result. The same thing if we talk about the 3 dimension, means it will convert your array into, means conversion will be happen something like it will convert it into the 3 dimension. For example, let's take an example here. Suppose you are having a means let's say you can convert a particular array. Let's say you are having a at least 3D, and you are having this only element available. So it will convert it into 3 dimensions, something like this one, and you can see 3 dot, okay, this one, and because it's a 3 dimension, so it will look like this. Means this is something like the automatic conversion that will take place. Now let me go and let me explain this by using the particular example, or that we can have that particular example available. So here we will do this. Here we will do this. So how we can, let me go and explain very simple concept, and this will be helpful for you when you do some kind of conversion. Although if you didn't require it, this is the something you should know it. Means NumPy deal with the different types of conversion, and we will start with the first one. Let's say the S type. So suppose I'm using okay, here you can see I have already done this at the start, import numpy as np. So what I can do, I will copy this so that you will have the fresh look at how we were going to do it. So that you can see like this. And now let me do this. Suppose we are having an x with the value of np dot array array, and here we are passing this array 1 cross 2 cross, let's say 2.5. So as you can see, we are having a mixed type of value. Basically it's a floating. It will treat it as floating because the last one is a floating. Somewhere we are having a floating point value. So if you use x dot type, okay, when you run it, okay, here x is not defined. You can use here np dot d type x. When you run it, x is not defined. Okay, we haven't run this one. I will run this one, and then we'll run this one. Okay, you can see x dot type d type like this. So you can see basically it will taken as a float. Basically it will taken as a float. Now what you can do, you can convert this into the different types. Suppose I'm going to convert this into the int. So what you can do, you can use this particular x dot as type. Okay, now I'm converting it into int. All right, when you run it, so you will see this the floating point decimal value has been removed from here. So in the same way, we can apply some more conversion techniques. Okay, we can apply some more conversion techniques. So second conversion techniques that come here, converting it your array into the at least of one single dimension. So let's assume that suppose you want to convert np dot at least 1D. I want to convert it into one dimension, and this is the value. Now when you run it, you will see it is converted into one dimension. Another example, if we were trying to take, let's say x is np dot arrange a range, and it will be 9.0, and we will reshape it to 3 cross 3. Okay, and we run it, you will get this one. Okay, you will get this one. And definitely if you convert it, if you convert this array into at least you will get the same type of result, at least 1D. All the array should be should have the at least 1D. So when we run it, see at least x dot at least oh, not x dot, np dot, sorry, np. So here you can see same. Now if you are just confused, okay, you can take one more example. Let's say I want to convert np dot at least 1D, okay, and I want to convert here this one. So you can see it is collection of two different type of array, and when we run it, you can see each of this item is now converted into the single dimension. Same thing is happen over here. Each of the elements are converted into single dimension. Same it look like this. Okay. Now the second example that come here, at least of 2 dimension. Let's take an example. Suppose I want to convert here. I will just take it in this way, and I will change this to 2D, and let me take the only one value over here, and that value is let's say 3. Okay, now if I run it, you can see this particular one is converted into the 2 dimension. You can check the signature over here. You can see it is now converted into the single dimension. Okay, I like this. Same way, if we take one more example for the 2 dimension, suppose you are having np dot at, I will use like this, and you can see we will use it as a 2D. We will use it as a 2D, and it is collection of some elements. And first one is the single, the second one is 2D, and let me take a single item, then the single dimension item, and let me say 2 dimension. It will look like this. Now I'm converting this into at least of 2 dimension. You can see here each and everything is converted into the 2 dimension. The same thing happened with the 3D. If you are trying to use the 3D one, now if I copy this part and if I use it here and like this one, okay, and if I use as a 3D, so you can see now each and every item is converted into 3D. You can see the first array, it is now, this one is converted into 3 dimension, this one is also converted into 3 dimension, this one is also converted into 3 dimension. So basically you can perform 3 different types of conversion. Okay, the first one is the 1 dimension, second dimension, second one, and the 3rd dimension. And you can convert any array into a specific type. Okay, you cannot convert a string into a type, but you can convert a float into an int into a float. So these are some of the conversion technique that that is available in NumPy, and you can use it as per your need. So friends, if you like this tutorial, I request you to please subscribe this channel, and please press the notification bell so that you will get more same type of videos, informational and tutorial videos. Thanks for watching it.